Welcome back to the Overcomfort Podcast, you guys. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Thank you so much for watching and listening and tuning in from wherever you guys are. I'm so excited for today's guest. It's one of my best friends, Omi. So everybody welcome Omi.
Hello.
Clap around for Omi, everybody. She's so nervous. Everybody that comes on the podcast has been so nervous. I don't know why, but
I'm in the hot chair. It's hot.
She's in the hot chair. It's hot. You're wearing a puffer jacket.
Yeah.
Stupid. Most of the time when she's here, she's in the background. Like when my sister's episode, she was here and then she was in the background. But we're so happy to have you here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here too.
Everyone's been asking for you. Did you know that?
I saw a couple comments I did and I was like, why do they want me here?
Why do they want me here? Well, if you guys don't know, Omi's been one of my best friends for I don't even know how long. How long have we known you?
Well,
was it when my mom passed away?
Yeah.
She's been a fan for years, first of all. She was that tia. I call her tia in the front row all the time. She was like 20 years old, taking pictures like this with like my mom in the background.
Yeah.
Like it looked like an old school tia picture. Like she looked like...
I looked older too back then.
She did look older. Now she looks younger. But she's been a fan for a long time. And then she ended up working for my sister. And then we became best friends. Hang out with her like at least a lot of times of the day, of the week. We work out in the mornings together. But what you guys don't know is Omi, and it's crazy because we talk about it all the time, how things happen to us at the same time. Real recently, your mom passed away, right?
Yeah.
My mom passed away too, obviously. But my mom passed away on the 9th, and your mom passed away on the 8th. Not the same time frame. Like mine was 10 years. Her mom barely passed away 2 years ago. So when her mom passed away, we were both like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? And then her brother, can I say it? Yeah, your brother ended up having a baby. At the same time, my brother had a baby. So it's just weird. Things happen, and we've been able to help each other, balance each other out. Her mom passed away during COVID. Maria, our dog Maria. Dog Maria.
I guess.
We love Maria.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was a different experience. My mom passed away unexpectedly, but you kind of saw it coming, but you didn't. Obviously, you obviously had hope, and we prayed and all this stuff. Do you feel like I get emotional about it because I know how it affects you, but how do you feel 2 years after?
I think now I feel like much better than I felt like when it happened or last year actually. I feel like now I come to like learn to kind of heal. I think before I was still trying to understand like certain things, and I feel like now I could say like I said it like a couple like 3 weeks ago that I feel happy, and I was like, why do I feel happy? Like I'm not sad or I haven't been crying as much as I had before. And I was like, okay, it kind of feels weird. But then I was like, no, like, I think this is part of, like, healing. You know what I mean? Of being happy, but still remembering my mom and not getting sad.
You know what? I just thought about it right now. I feel like you have survivor's guilt because you had COVID, too.
Yeah.
You had COVID, and then you survived COVID.
Yeah.
But your mom didn't. So it's kind of like I don't know. Do you feel guilty that you lived and she didn't?
Yeah, I do, especially because my brother, my dad, me, we were all in the hospital and my mom together, just that my mom was at a different hospital. I got out first, then my dad got out, then my brother got out, and then obviously my mom didn't make it to get out. And, you know, obviously, like, it sucks, and I'm like, damn, like, I wish she would have got out, but I think about it, and I'm like, would she have been happy getting out? Because most cases of people being intubated and all that in the hospital, they come out not knowing how to walk, how to eat. You got to clean them. My mom always said, like, once I'm old and I can't clean myself, shower myself, like, I don't want to be alive. Like, I don't want you guys to deal.
No point.
Yeah, like, I don't want you guys to deal with me, you guys having to clean my butt. Like, that's not what a parent is in this world. Like, we take care of you, not you take care of me to that point. So, you know, sometimes I do think about it, and I'm like, you know, I know she's much happier where she is now rather than being here. She would have been in bed learning how to do life again when she already did it, you know?
Yeah. And That was a crazy time. I just remember like it was so heartbreaking, and like now 2 years later I know it's different. The healing never ends, and I've always
Yeah.
told you that. The healing's never going to stop, and it's always going to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a moment where it's not going to hurt anymore.
Yeah.
Cuz obviously you miss them, and like there's times like obviously holidays, like Christmas
those are
and
the
all that
worst.
stuff is the worst times. Do you feel like you've learned things about yourself differently?
Yeah, I think I have. Like, I think when it comes to like being more family oriented, or even like being better person when it comes to like with my dad or my family or my siblings, like I try to be a little better because I think of like things I didn't do when my mom was here, and I'm like, oh shit, like, or like now that I see like certain friends with their mom, I'm like, why didn't you call your mom? Or like, you know, and I think you used to do that to me, like, answer your mom's call, and I'll be like, I'll answer it later. And sometimes I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have answered the call. And now what you do to me, I do it to other people.
I know.
I do it to
do
Orlando,
it-
and I'm like, answer your mom, or like, call your mom. My mom doesn't like flowers. It doesn't matter. Send her flowers. My mom would be like that too. She'd be like, I don't like flowers, and I still would buy them for her, and she would be all happy. Like,
It's different when you see it outside. Like
Yeah.
now that you're here, you're like, damn, like
yeah, for sure.
like we be getting mad at Val or
Yeah.
like Lando all the time. And it's like sometimes it sucks. It's like, and I hate to say it, and like, you know, it's the way, I don't know. I just hope that they don't have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
People don't have to learn the hard way. Not them specifically, but people. Like
Yeah.
when we say like really appreciate your family and the people that you have right now,
yeah.
it's for real. Like
No, yeah.
it's no joke. Like because this shit hurts. Like this is a different type of pain and different type of grieving and mourning. Like I've always said it, like nothing else can hurt me more because I've discovered the greatest pain of my life.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously like you still have your dad, which is good, like thank God, and he's healthy, he's good. You have your brothers, and a lot of people may not know this, but before Omi's mom passed away, her brother passed away, and it was a heart attack,
Yeah, he had a heart failure.
heart failure,
failure.
something, yeah, something like that. And obviously it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's different because you know you were younger when he passed away, and now that you're older, like your mom passed away or whatever, and it's kind of like you're the youngest.
Yeah.
You're the youngest, right?
Yeah, the youngest, the only girl.
The only girl, and you have to handle everything.
Yeah.
Oh, like when I tell you guys, Omi has to handle everything in her family. Like she's so strong and so like gets it together. Like she had to plan the funeral and all this stuff, and like obviously people grieve differently, and like I honor her for that. But it's also difficult because when do they stop to ask how's Omi?
Yeah.
Or how's she feeling or whatever. And you know, I feel like that's why you have certain people around your life, and that's why we've been connected, and that's why I always say it's like God does things for a reason. God does this for a reason. Like we have paths for a reason because my siblings and I are able to help you grieve and go through these moments, and we have us and Val to go through it together because you know you're not alone. You're not
Yeah.
alone, and there's people that we can help people with.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you and your sister haven't been in my life, it would have been like much harder because you guys both obviously lost your mom, and you guys have like, you know, showed me a lot or like guided me and stuff like that. You know, obviously like you get advice from other people, but it doesn't like touch as somebody who has already gone through it, you know, that knows what to expect, like what's coming, you know?
Yeah. Your dad is still here, right? This has been a topic between us and as friends. And I'm sure people have gone through it. If you feel like there's people that, okay, say that their mom hasn't passed away. Say that they're in a situation where their parents are getting divorced and their parents move on. Your dad has clearly moved on, right?
Yes.
How are you feeling about that? And how do you think you can help people with it? Because I know I've been there seeing you get upset, you get sad and stuff like that. And I've told you, like, let's talk about it with your dad. Let's express it. Maybe look at it from his point of view. Like, it's been a while. How are you feeling now?
Now I feel much better. I think, you know, no, it kind of makes it hard because I think people that follow me are used to seeing me post my dad, and like I get so many messages lately, and they're like, "Where's your dad? What happened to your dad?" Like, you know, and I'm like, I kind of just ignore the question because I feel like it's no one's business and I feel like I don't want to explain to each person, so that's why I
You don't
haven't
have
talked
to.
about it. But I'm like, like, I think it's normal, like, obviously, like, now I see it's normal because a guy, like, women could be alone forever once their, like, partner dies. And what I'm starting to see is that men can't. And my parents were married for, like, 45 years, and they were together for longer. But my dad, like, he started dating, like, think within a year and a half, or maybe within a year that my mom passed. And, like, it was hard. It was hard. I stopped talking to him for, I think it was a lot. I was up and down. But now me and him are good. We talk, like, every day or every other day. But it was really hard because it's like, how are you, like, in love with another person, like, so soon?
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it because, well, I mean, I guess I kind of do, but I don't, because when my dad and my mom separated, I was too young to really, like, see them. I just knew that they had dated other people, and it was kind of like, oh, well, why can't my mom and dad be together, you know? But they were still alive at that point. And I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like if there's someone going through this, or, like, I think it's kind of just focusing on you. And I feel like that's what you've really worked on, like your social media, yourself, you're going to the gym and all that stuff. It's kind of like, I hate to say, but it's like there's no other choice but to think about Omi.
Yeah.
Because he's thinking about himself.
Yeah, and that's what he told me. Like, and like I told you, like, me and him got into it. Like, and I told him, like, look, I want you to be happy. Like, maybe this is his way of grieving, is finding love, because he was so used to my mom always being there.
That's true.
So now he found somebody else. He actually lives in Mexico now, with his. He doesn't live with her, but they live in the same city.
Mm-hmm.
She's like 18 years younger than him, which is fine. At the beginning, I'm like, you know what? Somebody's going to love my dad and, cook for him, do this for him, then so be it. Obviously, like, I have, like, my guards up of certain things that, ask him certain things. If the time comes and she, like, messes with him, I'm going to have to go over there and beat her ass. But other than that, I'm like, you know what? He's happy. Like, I don't know how many years he has left. Like, I can't be, like, I can't be a bitch and be like, no, you can't love no one else but my mom, because I can't do that. Like, he has to be happy again too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what if he's just sad and he dies because he's sad and missing my mom?
That's true.
So I just, now I'm just like, whatever. Like, if you're happy, I'm happy. I don't want her meet her yet. I don't want to know nothing about her. Only if I ask. So that's the kind of, like, boundaries we have right now. Is like, he doesn't. I talk to him, like, if it's on FaceTime, I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
see her
Mm-hmm.
until I ask, like, hey, okay, I want to see her now. So he's been respecting that so far right now, and that's kind of like where we are, with that situation.
Mm-hmm. And you feel a little bit better about it?
I do feel a little bit better. I still see things here and there, because obviously my family that lives in Mexico, they post stuff and I see stuff, and I'm just like, or like, I see that. I saw one time he sent her a big flower arrangement. I'm like, never once in my life did I see him give my mom flowers. But him and my mom live very in the old days where, like, you don't give flowers.
Mm-hmm.
It was just very different. But I'm just like, whatever. Like, I just let it go. I just choose to just see the good in it, I guess. But yeah, it's really hard. It's really, really hard.
I think everybody deserves love.
Yeah.
No matter the situation. And I'm proud of you, because I know it hurt. I think it's just overall, because it's so soon, and, like, it's just the comparison and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm more happy that you're growing as a person yourself. And I think more this year, and, like, the end of 2022, like, I think this year you really made that shift where it's kind of like, okay, Omi's going to do her own thing and all that stuff. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's literally what I said. I said, I told myself that I wasn't going to let, like, other people's decision hurt me. Like, because I feel like I've always been so dependent on that. Like, oh, what they do. Like, I have to, like, whatever they do, I have to be, like, okay with it. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not going to have to be, like, I'm going to be okay with it, but I'm still going to choose to do, like, if I want to go have strawberry ice cream, this person's having vanilla, like, I'm going to go have my strawberry ice cream. Whether it's okay or not.
Why do you have to
I don't
make
know.
It about
that was
food?
Yeah, I'm hungry right now.
Oh, okay. I don't even know how long. How long have you worked for Janae? My sister. By the way.
What, 2014 is what, 8 years?
No, this 9.
9?
Next year's gonna be 10.
Oh no, it's gonna be 9 years this year, right? Let me see.
She's counting.
Yeah, it's 9 years. Well, I think I started working for her in May 2014. I think it was May. I don't remember.
Dude, ¿cómo pasa el tiempo?
9 years, yeah.
A lot of time passed.
I know.
That's a lot of time. What's your biggest lesson? What do you feel like you've learned from Janae? Okay, what do you feel as an assistant? Assisting someone, right?
Yeah.
Real side quick. I want to let you guys know that the day my mom passed away, Omi worked at Smart and Final, and did they fire her? You quit your job.
I didn't show up.
She didn't show up and they fired her. Anyways, I thought that was funny. But what is your biggest lesson that you've learned as an assistant? Say like just as an assistant, not specifically for Janae, and then one lesson that you've learned from her.
As an assistant, one lesson that I learned. Damn, hold on. There's a lot, but I think not getting too comfortable. I'm still learning.
On the Overcomfort Podcast, period.
Yeah.
Not getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about from her?
From her, I think it's not trusting everyone because I've seen so much that's happened in her surroundings, and just working like for her is just being careful of who you trust and what you say and who you say it around.
Do you feel like this is like your dream job, or do you feel like what's next for you? Like, do you feel like you could do something more? It could be working with her, or it could be, I don't know, it could be absolutely anything. But what do you feel like I want to do more, or in your life or whatever?
Well,
or goals wise.
What I wanted to do when I got this was never in my plans to be an assistant. I wanted to be a pediatrician. And what was the other thing? You know, where you work with animals in the water? Is something ologist? I wanted to be that. Marine biologist. I wanted to be that when I was little.
She said something ologist?
I wanted to be a pediatrician, and then one of my first best friends had cancer. She died, and I was like, I don't want to be a pediatrician no more. So then this whole...
But that doesn't have to do with cancer. Pediatrician is...
Because they work with little kids, right?
Yes, but...
I wanted to work with little kids, but then if one dies on me, what am I going to do? That's scary.
But that has nothing to do with cancer. That's an oncologist.
Well, I wanted to do that.
No, no, Omi. Pediatrics is for babies.
Oh, I don't know. I got it messed up. But I wanted to work with kids in the children's hospital. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So then this whole assistant thing came out of left field. But honestly, I feel like, I never knew I want. That's when people would ask me for advice, how do I get there? I really don't know how to tell you how to get there, because I was kind of I just swam into it, I guess. And I learned on the way. But I lost my thought.
Okay, well, I think I know how you got this job. Because you're a very serving person.
Yeah.
You're very, if I ever need anything, you guys, recently my dog passed away. Omi went with me and Val. She didn't have to, but she was literally there with me when I went to go put him down. Or if I need, chips from the store, she'll just be on it, and she'll do it, and she'll do it good sometimes. I'm not gonna say it all the time, but you're just a very serving person, and I think that's how you got this job, because you're just willing. It works hand in hand, because you think of others before yourself, but then you don't think of yourself more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that's why I said this year you really stepped it up.
Yeah,
and
I did.
Well, she's
no, but yeah, that's why I was saying, what was your question? My mind is thinking of your question.
No, okay. No, I don't even know what I asked. Oh yeah, what's next for Omi?
I was saying, I kind of swim into being an assistant, and I love doing it because I feel like there's always a lot to learn, and you learn a lot by being in that place and around different other people. But I do want to something I've always wanted to done. I don't know if I've said it before, but I always wanted to open a raspado place. Before I worked or any kind of job, I used to sell raspados in my front porch for $1.
With your mom,
and my mom used to make all the the freaking lime, all the flavors for me all the time. She went to Mexico and bring back the flavors, and I used to sell them for that. Right, I got out of school, and I would have my little changarro right there in front of my house with my whiteboard that said raspados $1, and they would come buy them. And then I started making mangoneadas too. So like
They're booty ass.
yeah, so like no, they were bomb.
Just kidding.
So like I wanted to open like not a Michoacana because I don't want to have paletas. Like I want to keep it strictly like raspados, some mangoneadas, like and a couple other little things.
Oh
So
yeah, we talked about this the other
yeah,
day.
and that's one thing I wanted to do that I really want to do. And then the other one was a barbershop. Like I'm not gonna cut hair, but yeah.
A barber shop?
I've always wanted to open a barbershop. Well, one of my brother knows how to cut hair, so I always wanted to open one and be like, okay, maybe he can like start it. But that's always been like my second, but my first one was open like a kind of business like that.
A raspado place.
Yeah, and probably
Be
name
good.
it after my mom or something.
We'd be coming up with some random ass shit.
I know.
Too. Only yours probably would be like a limon, like a fresh limon flavor.
Yes.
Because you you love limon con tajin. Omi would make this ice.
Oh my god.
The crunchy ice with limon and tajin and what else? A little bit of chamoy.
Chamoy. And you mix it and as the ice melts,
Hey, that could
watery.
be a plate, a little cup.
Yeah. It's so good. And it has no sugar. It has a little bit of salt, but no sugar.
I mean, you just drink more water.
Yeah.
To balance it out.
So that's something I want to do. I want to open up something and say like it's mine, you know what I mean?
You know what you should do? And I've said it before, but watermelon, Val?
Watermelon. Oh, I love watermelon.
She loves watermelon.
I love watermelon.
What was I gonna say?
I know what you're gonna say.
What?
I know what you're gonna say. My travel agency.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
See, Omi does it all. We make fun of her. Okay, we don't make fun of her, but we just clown. She has a travel agency because she's always booking flights, and we say. When we call her, she's always like, oh, I'm booking flights for going here, we're going there. Or what's it called? Your car rental service?
Oh, yeah.
Or your doggy hotel.
I have recommendations for everything. It's
she
crazy.
really does.
So
but that's the thing. Like if Omi is like an encyclopedia for like travel, for anything. I mean, there's half of the time she's asking me stuff. But
I got handymans. What
you do.
Yeah.
I've used a lot.
I'm gonna start
of
charging them a fee. A
percentage
hire.
if
you go in here, I'm gonna charge you a fee.
Okay, so you recently started your fitness journey again.
Yes.
It's fine to start over. It's fine to get back on it. How are you feeling? We go together. You really put it in the work. We have Val there.
I feel great.
Doing things.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's hard because I feel like all my life I've been like fat. And I feel like it's just always like...
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Like it's a circle. Like working out, I'm good and then I go back to bad and then I'm good and back to bad. So it's like, I feel like it's just been like a juggle with my weight and everything. And I just feel like now I finally kind of like... Well, it's because eating was one of my coping mechanism. I was eating a lot. Like I would like leave work and I would stop at a like Jack's or like McDonald's.
We would eat a lot.
I would eat a lot. And
I'm
like,
saying we because we would get high, you guys, and it'd be bad.
Yeah.
It would be really bad. Like, yeah, we ate a lot.
Yeah,
and now see, this is why we need friends. This is why we're on the same page.
Yeah.
We're getting Val on the same page.
Yeah.
That way we're not throwing each other off track. That's what I wanted to talk about because did you ever grow up with like, say your parents or family members making fun of you because you were fat?
Yeah. I think it was more in my home. I think if it was like out of my home, like I think my aunts and uncles knew I would probably like flip and say something. But yeah, definitely like my dad always body shamed me and my mom too. And I think that's one of the biggest like sometimes grudges I hold against my mom. Like I would wear white because like I wanted to wear white. And she'd always be like, te miras bien gorda. Like, you know, and I think it was like, and little things like that, like I was kind of like fucked in the head. Like when I wouldn't wear white and I think everybody always see I always wear black. And now that I'm losing a little bit of weight, I wear white and like, I feel good, you know? But yeah, for sure, body shaming. Or even my dad does it to my little niece, like, ay, estás bien gordita, Layla. And she'll grab her stomach. And I'm like, Dad, like, don't do that. But for them, he doesn't do it in a bad way. Like, I think every parent does it like,
And I think
it's cute.
It's cute, but it's not cute.
It's not cute.
It's not
because
cute
you
because
feel bad. They feel bad. And I see my little niece, like, start tightening her stomach. And I'm like, she shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, they used to make fun of me too. And I feel like it's a Hispanic thing. And like,
Yeah.
I wish that they would get it and understand it. Like now we see it as like they think it's cute or whatever. But like my grandpa used to like tell me like, go eat a burger. Like, not. He would be like, it would make me sad because he's like, oh, estás gordita, ve como una hamburguesa, or you want a burger?
Yeah.
Or like he would see me, oh, ¿quieres una hamburguesa? I'm like, no, I don't want a fucking burger.
Yeah.
I want to say hi. Like, or like at school, I think you know this story, but at one of my school award shows, they called me a ham. I'm being serious. And they told my mom she looks like a little ham because I was like I was shorter and I was chunkier and I was roasted. Like I looked tan. Like
oh shit.
I look like a ham like when it comes out of the oven, and it wasn't nice. So ever since then my siblings be like, oh, she looks like a little ham, and it's not cool sometimes, you know? And I feel like I don't know, like it really changes your mind. I feel like it causes some type of disorders. Like sometimes I think I have the eating disorder. Like I look at food and I'm like, I know that this isn't healthy for me. But it is. Yeah. Or if I have too much of this, like it messes with my brain. Or if I don't go to the gym, I'm very hard on myself. You are. You are too. You're very hard on yourself. No, but you're on
steroids hard on yourself. Like it's crazy. Like
no.
Like she drinks like 30 gallons of water a day. Like,
no, it's 1 gallon.
She barely has.
First of all,
she's really.
But I only drink water.
Or you know what's also bad? Like, well, I grew up like when your mom serves you food, you have to finish the whole plate, and if you don't.
Like, it's like a sin.
Yeah, it's like a sin. Or you go eat at your cousin's and you don't finish your food. Your aunt thinks that you didn't like it. So it's like, that's bad because it's like you overeat and you don't want to overeat.
But we overeat.
I
think it's like we've learned. And I feel like we can help people. And now I know, at least I know how I would want to raise my kids or help my nieces and nephews. Like, we're breaking generational curses, like, let's say. But I think growing up in a Hispanic household is very difficult because they're always judging. They're always, you know what, Omi, you never really slept over my house either. Is that like you only slept over my house when you lived in Carson?
Oh yeah,
with your parents, probably like twice.
Yeah,
but is it because that they didn't let you sleep over anybody's house?
Yeah, it was. I think when I was young, the only person I got to sleep over their house was my godmother. Mm-hmm. That's the only person my parents would let me go to because she was my godmother. But when it came to my cousins and stuff, my dad wouldn't let me. I was
never allowed either.
They had this whole thing like because back then it was like crazy and like like uncles would rape the niece and things like that. I think
it's true. No, really, it is
true,
and
I feel like now as a parent, like I would think about it. I'm like, oh shit, like
no, it makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep nowhere.
No, but even now, like it's not even just your family members. It's like say something happens, like they don't know your allergies or they don't know like. I don't know, like say like someone's on medication or something like weird, like things just happen. I was never allowed to sleep over, and Omi always gets mad at me because I don't ever want to sleep over her house. She never wants
to sleep over my apartment ever.
Because I love being in my own home, and my mom never let me sleep over anybody's house. Yeah. Ever. And I know it's a lot of like Hispanic households, like people got to sleep over their cousins too, and I rarely got to sleep over my cousin's house, and I don't even care about going now or whatever, like. But I just like, I don't know, like it doesn't interest me, and I'm sorry. Like,
I was always so mad because New Year's, like they would all spend the night and I'm just like, I gotta go home. And it would suck. And I would always question why. But, I don't blame them because it's like, as a parent now, I'm not a parent, but I could only imagine like the trauma you might have in your head about
no,
like,
that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, they're protecting us at the end of the day. Yeah. But they didn't want to protect us from food.
Exactly. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm very happy that you were on here today. I'm really happy. Did you feel good?
Yeah, I did.
I feel like
it felt very like comforting. Overcomfort.
You're annoying. She's so annoying. Where can people find you? Where can Omi's very inspirational on her stories. She likes posting hopeful things. So if you guys liked what Omi talked about today, where can they find you, Omi?
Instagram is Omi Naomi, and TikTok is the same thing. Facebook is kind of private. That's it.
You guys go hunt her down on Facebook. What was I gonna say? It's Omi Noemi.
Noemi, I'm sorry. That's my real name. It's not Omi. My real name is Noemi.
She doesn't have a middle name.
I don't have a middle name. I'm special. Sorry, you're not.
I'm very special. Stop playing.
Priscilla.
We got April in here. Andrew, what's your middle name?
Giovanni. You look like a Giovanni.
Do you have projects? Val wants to know if you have projects. Coming up. Not dick ones.
Not dick ones?
Although Valentine's Day coming up, so I'm sure that's going to be on the calendar.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll be in New York.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
Working.
Projects, honestly, I have one project I'm working with somebody, like trying to figure something out, but I don't want to say it yet because I don't like saying it beforehand. But, well, the one project that I told you guys is I want to really get started on that whole, like, raspado thing. So, hopefully soon.
Yeah. What advice, okay, to close it out, okay. I've given you advice on how to grieve.
Mm-hmm.
What advice can you give someone in your same position, growing up in a Mexican household, starting whatever advice that you can give, coming from your life and perspective of everything that you've been through, your dad's situation, obviously, I know that there's definitely people going through it. What can you say? What do you think you've learned or that can help people?
I think it's learn to go through what you're going through. Like, don't try to hide it with like, oh, I don't want to be sad, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, be sad if you have to. Like, just because people want you to be strong, or you feel like you have to be strong for your mom or whoever it may be. Like, no, like, you can be sad. Go through it, do whatever you have to do. Like, no matter what anyone says, like, everybody grieves differently, like, there's people that say, oh, don't listen to loud music because you're not letting them rest. Like, no, if loud music makes you happy, like, listen to loud music. But definitely, like, feel your feelings. Like, for sure, you got to feel your feelings and, just deal with it in whatever way you can, but also, like, seek help, if you need it, like professional help or, from a friend, whatever it may be. But I think you just have to be in the moment and go through it, because I think that's one of the mistake I did, is not go through it in that moment,
They've always told you that you can't listen to music because it doesn't let them rest?
That was how I grew up. Like, my dad didn't do that to me, but it's like
when someone passes away?
Yeah, like when my brother passed away, like, don't play loud music because you're not letting the person rest. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but that's how it was. Like, I'm pretty sure in a lot of Mexican family, yeah. Like, my aunt, like, she took it really serious. Like, she wouldn't have music at all.
The one that just passed away?
No, one of my other aunts, one of her family members passed away, and she wouldn't play loud music. And I was like, the heck? But yeah, it's a thing, I guess.
I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. Well, exactly, you guys. If you guys are going through similar situations, or if you feel like whether you're grieving, whether you are in a fitness journey or whatever, feel your feelings. I feel like in every aspect of your life, feel your feelings, be vulnerable, be honest with yourself, and really just take time to heal yourself and find the correct people that will be around you and that will guide you, not to bring you down, not to bring negativity or lead you in a wrong path. I think you have to find the right people. I have Omi, I have Val, I have Lando, I have amazing people in my life that I'm so grateful for. And I really appreciate you coming on here because you have a very interesting story, and I feel like we've grown together and we've healed together. Yes. So I'm grateful that I know you, and I'm glad that God has crossed our paths together very uniquely. But yeah, you guys, I'm so happy that you guys were able to watch and listen to Omi's story. Make sure you guys follow Omi, subscribe to Overcomfort, follow Overcomfort. Give this a like, a comment, and let me know down below who you guys want to see next. And I'll see you guys next Thursday.